What up, fish people? Kenny E and lovely Danny here for another Sunday night of shenanigans. Yes, for all you watching, I was watching before I got on. Yes, I know my Vikings stink. Yes, I don't think we have a shot tonight. We started our rookie. He's terrible. Why we don't put Dobbs in, I don't know. But that's it on football. Probably for the year. Danny's probably going to see me doing the traditional putting all my Vikings gear into the closet. Done for another year. Kaput. On a positive note, the tanks behind us, I was able to get nice and clean and rescaped, so everybody's happy there. We've got fish breeding all over the fish room finally. And yeah, we're having a good new year, are going to have a good new year. Let me whip through the hellos real quick. Whip World coming in as a new member. Thank you, Whip. We greatly appreciate it. Eugene Flynn, what's going on, brother? Hopefully you got your stickers. We sent those off. What day was that? It was either Wednesday or Thursday this week. Linda Worth, how are you? Rico Stan, glad you stopped in. Freaky Fish Lady, Miss Holly, good to see you. Hey, Dell, thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. Greatly appreciated. Carol Cox, good to see you, my dear. Byron Volman, don't get me in trouble now, Byron. Saying coming in with, look what I can do. Lisa NJ, good to see you. Jimmy P, good to see you. Aquarium Domain, welcome.
Did you say thank you for the super sticker from COC?
Yes.
Okay. Double checking.
Sam with Why We Always Yelling, what's going on? Lisa NJ, thank you. Matt from Liquid Zoo, thank you for the $2 super sticker. Greatly appreciated. JMB and Pandalofts, welcome. Nathan Hovey, welcome. Nathan, and I promise Danny forgot to give me that.
I haven't.
So we'll get that off to you after
Tomorrow.
after this is over. Sage, what is going on? Good to see you. Al Wet Sox, good to see you. Scotty the Fish Freak, welcome. Night Owl Aquatics, welcome. Select Pet, welcome. Victor Coco, we set your stickers off at the same time, so that you should be seeing those here in the next. If you haven't got them already, hopefully Monday or Tuesday. Then Boots and Cats and Nate with Nature Aquariums, welcome. Hope everybody's ready for a great new year. And as you can see, my lovely Danny is back with me.
Yep. Thank you, Ian.
Now she's back.
I keep going on mute. I keep coughing. Sorry.
Michael Morgan, welcome. And I guess I have my cousin Joe and Justin are watching us tonight from their New Year's Eve party. Good to see y'all. Dad, I know you were planning on being here. Good to see you as well. Skippers, welcome. Oh, we got Nessie in here tonight. Good to see you, sister.
Yeah. Hello. Happy New Year, everybody.
Red Laser, welcome. Yeah, poor Lisa. I'm sorry that happened to you, Lisa. Benjamin Peters, welcome.
Lots and lots of Happy New Years.
Yeah. This year's been kind of a strange year for us. Glad to see it go, actually. You think that's funny, do you?
I do, actually. Sorry, forgot to put myself on mute. 6 hours to go. Yes. Yes.
Danny and I, when we get done here, we're going to turn on fish tank lights, and then we're heading over to our friend's house.
Yeah. And thank you for all the getting better wishes. Yeah, this bout of this really knocked me on my butt. I lost 10 pounds. And then while I was Kenny had bought me this beautiful new ring set, and I don't know if y'all can see the bruising on this hand. I ripped my brand new ring off, and it mangled it. It absolutely mangled it. I was turning off fish tank lights, and it caught underneath a fish tank stand, and just ripped the whole kit and caboodle off. So
Yep, Danny knows how to burn 2,500 just like that. Just that quick.
Boots and Cats says 10 pounds. Cough on me, Danny. Telling
Jen, good to see you. There's a couple others snuck in on us here. Dragon Lair, good to see you, my friend.
I'm so sorry. Well, Whips World, I hope that it is not what Kenny and I had. We had the vid.
Yeah,
Really?
and it's not a good straight at all this time. It just, well, her and I still have just been coasting the last week or so.
Yeah.
Just barely clipping along.
Yeah, so I was really down and out this last week. So I wouldn't want to wish this on anybody, but zero appetite. So I'm just getting to the point where I can drink a lot again. Water, that is.
Hello, Miss Patty. Jenna P., welcome.
You do not want the vid again. Yeah, I took 10 days off of work in a row, and all of it. This is the first day I'm feeling better enough to do anything.
Victor Coco is going to kick a man while he's down. He says, Kenny, have you done any engine modifications lately? Yes, Victor, I had a bad last week. I just sold the Mustang, was pumped about selling the Mustang, got in the car to go get me and Daddy some lunch. On the way back, I heard this weird high-pitched whistle and then some clanking and found out that I blew the turbo in my F-150, which that was not fun. If it's just the turbo, I'm only looking at like just shy of $6,000. If it's more than the turbo, I need a new motor. Then I'm talking 10 to 15 grand. So yeah, it was not a fun day. This will be my last EcoBoost ever. I will go back to the 302. And this has opened my eyes. I might even actually look at other makes my next truck. I might look at a GMC and then also a Tundra.
Which you guys do not know what a big deal that is. Ken and I have had Fords forever. This was my first time not buying a Ford.
I'm not real happy with the fact that my truck's got 90K on it and I might be potentially talking a new motor. That should not happen on a truck. Sorry. Ford, you haven't done me right lately.
Benjamin Peters says, man, that Coyote motor is for real, though.
Yeah, I love the Coyote motor. Well, Danny's car, all I ever had to do to it was brakes. That's it. Brakes and oil and she had 106K on it when we sold it. So DD, Miss DD, thank you so much for coming in. Good to see you.
Dragonlair says, my sister's had COVID since Friday before last. I haven't seen her in over a week. She won't be around me because she doesn't want me to catch it. Well, good for your sister. It is no fun.
You'll like that Explorer, Ian. Those are a good rig.
Victor Coco says, I've seen the same high-speed pontoon boats also.
Yeah, that's why I'm considering looking at the Toyota DD. Boots and Cats, they are fun, and you live local, so if you ever wanted to go out with this, you could.
Yep.
Danny and I know. Go out almost every weekend in the summer.
Tomorrow we have to go get new fishing licenses.
But our daughter bought us each really nice light action open face reels for our trout. And
Akumas.
looking forward to that.
Wow.
Brian with Motor City Aquatics, congratulations on your 1K.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh,
Speaking
thank
of
you guys
which-
while I'm on the subject, because I just remembered. So sometime in the night, our Chaka the Oaxaca video must have played overseas or something. I don't know what happened. But we woke up
No
this
idea.
morning with 4,200. So we hit our 4K, which we're really pumped about. And we're only 800 away from 5K already. And it all happened in one night. So yeah,
We're just
stoked
like,
about that.
what happened?
We were crazy about that.
I'm sorry.
But I had been noticing a lot of different folks have been commenting on our video, so I don't know where YouTube's playing us, but it's working.
Yeah, it was just very strange. Carol Cox says, I want to see you pulling the boat with the Lexus.
That's not going to happen.
Not with a gutless wonder.
Problem is, we just signed up for a huge loan on that Lexus, so we can't afford to run two large payments. And I mean, the Ford, if I went out and bought a new one, it's 90 grand right now for what I have currently. So, I mean, I don't even want to think about those two payments combined. So that's why I'm just going to spend the 5 grand, 6 grand, and just get the Ford fixed, drive it until the tires fall off, and then hopefully we'll have the other one paid off, and then I'll get my new truck.
Guggen fishing brand, huh? I don't know what that dog is doing, but she
She's
is.
pissed because she's normally laying on the bed behind you, and you locked her out. Come here, Shiv. Shiva. Or did you lock her in the bedroom?
I might have. Let me go look. Hang on.
No, she's out. I hear her walking. Oh, now she's running to you. Spoiled dog.
Good girl.
Now you see why we call her Queen Shiva. She thinks she's just a...
She goes roaring in here and hops up on the bed. Too funny. Dee Dee's finned in, but I did have a Pinto station wagon that just wouldn't stop.
As long as it's not rear-ended, it won't stop, right? Hello, Daniel Velez. Good to see you, sir. Sage, how are you, my dear?
Thank you, Daniel Velez. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm doing much better. Yeah, I'm looking at I was just looking at their stuff. I've never heard of them before you mentioning it. So I'll have to go peek and
I am actually wearing a fishing shirt this evening. Let's make sure everything's not going to give you guys the Kraken. Can you see it, Danielle, without the Kraken?
live life, hook, line, and sinker. There you go. That was so nice of you not to Kraken us on New Year's Eve.
I made sure not to Kraken. We don't need no Kraken tonight. It's funny, since I rearranged the tank, this little Jag has a new leaf on life. She now has become the tank tear, going around picking on everybody. I don't know what her problem is.
I love her. She's got sass.
She's got what?
Sass. COC says, hashtag no Kraken.
Mexicali, welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
The wall tank's looking good, Kenny. Yep, he spent a long time. Was it yesterday that you cleaned them out or today?
Yeah, yesterday.
I thought it was
But I
yesterday.
am going to sometime this next week while I'm off. I've got so many projects I hope to get done while I'm off. And one of which is behind Danny. I want to get that undone and get that mess done before I go back to work. Then we'll move the crabs again from that area, and then we're going to put one of her paludariums back there. And Danielle will hopefully finally give you guys a video on the paludarium build, the first one.
Yeah, working. So that'll
The
be
second
good.
one might be actually up for sale at Aquarama.
No, it's not. Just shut up.
I also, if anybody likes AGA garden cubes,
Shut up, Ken. Yeah, I'm gonna come in there.
Stop.
He's kicking a woman when he's down, you guys. You're barely recovering. Just now seeing the light of day.
Phantom Aquatics, welcome. Phantom, did you hit your 500 you were looking to hit? Well, there you go. He might have gave you the place to find your little crawfish you've been looking for, Danny.
Yeah. I'm looking for some plastic crawfish that I can inject scent into. So,
Speaking of
that's
which,
my thing.
now's the time we should be trying to go out there if you want to really catch one.
Yeah, I
If you
do.
think you can handle it. I picture us driving 3 hours to get to the spot, warming up the motor, getting out there on the lake or the river, and you freezing your ass and wanting to come home. I think
I'm not
yesterday,
saying that couldn't happen, but I think to prepare myself that I should go get a snowsuit. Ed could make one with polyclay. Yeah, but the polyclay is not flexible, is it? I want it to look like a crawdad.
Victor Coco, we very rarely get snow here. We have years where we don't see it at all, and it's December and we have yet to see snow.
So we do have Dick's, and we have Bass Pro Shops,
Yes, she
and we
has.
have Cabela's. What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
So we have those. What?
Nothing. You're just.
I don't
Steve, if you
understand
didn't see
what's
you
going
sneak
on.
in, welcome to the stream. And Stephen P says crawfish scented air freshener. That would be horrible, actually.
What? So
I'm thinking so, Scotty.
says it was in the 50s in Michigan's a few weeks, but now it's finally starting to snow today. We're nowhere near snow. The temperatures outside
Oh my
are really
goodness,
warm.
all the old G's are coming in here. There's Darlene's Tanks is in here too.
Oh,
Welcome, Darlene. Good to see you.
yeah, I'd planned on getting a whole bunch of tank stuff done on my 11 days off, and that fell through.
Sonny G, welcome to the stream.
Alabama's cold? I always thought of it as so warm and tropical.
Yeah, I always saw people go to Alabama on spring break for the warmth.
Yeah.
Ryan with PNW Aqua, good to see you, buddy. Miss Sarah Nona, good to see you.
Says it's getting down to 34 degrees in Birmingham. Aw, thank you, Window Liquor. Boom, boom, or boom. Don't forget to smash
Well,
the
now,
like button.
Phantom Aquatics blew past the 500 he was trying to get to, and he's at 1K now. Well, congratulations, Phantom.
Nice. Benjamin Peters says it's 40 right here in Lower Alabama. Wow.
1K, I just remember how much you and I were just trying so hard to get to that when we were started out on this.
Yep.
I think that is the funnest level to reach when you're doing this stuff, the 1K. But it meant more back then when we were doing it. I mean, nowadays, I think they lowered all the standards where like 500, you can get your community page, and I forget what the others, but you can get monetized a lot earlier nowadays.
Well, that's nice.
As it should be. Benjamin Peters, welcome.
Skipper says I hit 1K last Saturday. Congratulations. Lady Diane says I'm up to 65.
Woohoo! Yeah, Lady Diane, but you got those 24-karat shrimp.
Trying to see.
Adele says it's 500 subs and 300 or 3,000 watch hours is what it is nowadays.
Oh.
Darley says, I'm in Trumsville, Alabama.
Yep, getting ready to get this office revamped. That's my next biggest project.
That was never a thing when I was in, Jeff. Monetization when I was coming on was 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Is how
Was that how many we needed? I don't remember. I remember Catfish Terry trying to get us over on our watch hours.
Yeah. Danica Aquatics, do you know how a snowman picks his nose? He chooses his carrot.
That's cute. That is really cute. And Jeff Kane says, "Ken, do you remember when you could get monetized at 100 subs?" I don't recall ever that.
It was never 100 when we were
Not for us.
I think you're confused. It went 1,000 now down to 500. They're probably going to take it to 100 next.
Select Pet says, I think I'll hit my watch hours in 2035.
Anybody who really wants to do this, what I would recommend is you have to be consistent. You have to make sure you're putting at least a couple of full-length videos out a week. And nowadays, you almost have to have shorts.
Nathan Hovey says, Danny, now you've poked the bear. Now I have all my fishing gear out. Yep, I can't wait to be able to get them all out.
1K and 4,000 to be monetized where you're eligible for ad revenue. The reason they went to 500 and 3,000 is so people can do super chats and memberships.
You could do 30 live streams a week like somebody I know. LOL. We do one a week.
We did do 2 a week for a long time, but it that got to be too much for Danny.
For me. Be honest, it was me.
Oh, that's no good, Ian. Doing a double on New Year's Eve. That sucks.
Where's he working right now?
I don't know where he's at now. I haven't got to see Ian now that we're no longer part of Guppus. I don't get to see Ian very often anymore. We're gonna have to schedule a play date, Ian.
A play date. Yeah, just have him come over and hang out.
There are some folks out there that like to stream. Can't knock them if they got the time and want to do it. I'll never knock somebody for wanting to stream.
Yep. That big pleco on the tank to your on your other side, Kenny. Look at him stuck to the front glass. Is that even the big pleco in that tank, or
No,
is
that's
that the
the
smaller
smaller end of the tube. Yeah, some of these guys are going to be that are here are going to be in that tank. Then the chorus in this tank is heading for the 300, and my clown Laperinus is heading for the 300. I feel like he's being restricted, being in the 135. I think he's got more room to grow if I put him over. See how big he's getting?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him in with the Bricons and all the rest of them in the 300. And then all the ones are going to get converted over to there. And then behind me is going to be my Frontosa.
Yeah. We need the Frontosas up there behind Kenny. They're such pretty fish. Cave of Wonders says George RB3 streams twice a day. Your dad says go Packers.
Yeah. You're getting lucky, Pops. Our coach is too stupid to realize he needs to pull that rookie and put Dobbs in. Give Dobbs one more shot. At this point, what would it hurt?
There we go. Sorry.
My dad's watching us through the Facebook link.
Oh, that is true.
No, we never have, Select Pet.
Draculair, that is a very good point. Says Whip, they couldn't be much of an Aquarius if they streamed that much. Couldn't take care of a tank. LOL. What's a pellet person? Whip's World says, well, I was one of the pellet people of 2023. I think Jenna would have squashed me in the end. She's much more loved. So
it's something new they're doing. I'm not sure what it is. Something about pellets. I have no idea what it's about.
Well, I bought us some pellets. They're big old pellets. Well, I have the nano pellets. I have the Pee-wee Help pellets. I have the what are the other ones? Not the monster pellets, but what's the one right below the monster pellets? And then I have monster pellets. But if they're not talking food pellets, I don't know what they're talking about. Dizimus P says, if I stream, I will offer no gimmicks. Nathan says, Kenny, Danny, seeing as how y'all will always have more people watching than I would, you please let people know I'm doing a giveaway soon of a product I'm getting from y'all. Pretty please. LOL. Okay, so I think we just did, right?
So it sounds like he's going to be giving away some of our caves because that's the only product we got. If you want some of the elusive Daniken caves, Nathan will be doing a giveaway with some.
Oh, so Rico has a stream where you can earn pellets based on time in the stream, but you can also gift them to other people as well. One winner at
My
the end
guess
of the
would
month.
be that the Danikins have 0 pellets. I go to Rico streams quite a bit, but I'm in and out, and I know it drives people nuts, but usually what I do is I'll turn a stream on while I'm doing water change or whatever. So if I act like I'm ignoring you, that's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm there listening, but I'm not usually active in the chat.
Yeah.
I watch just about everybody's streams that way. Because if you could imagine with the amount of tanks we have, you've always got to have your hands in water every day.
I'm having so much fun with the little crabbies down there. So Ken put some guppy grass in there. And ever since I moved the tank up there and put a light on them, they're coming out all the time now. They're really funny. COC
Problem
says, yeah.
June's in your streams, those late night ones. Now, I'll be honest, I'm usually watching those while in bed. And when I go silent on you guys in those streams, it's that I have actually fallen asleep. And I usually try to, when I do that, I nod off once and I get off because way back when Dee was doing a stream, she had me as one of her mods and I fell asleep like that. And I literally wiped out the entire stream as a mod. I knocked everybody off and banned them. So ever since then, I try to, if I start feeling myself nodding, to make sure I'm not on there anymore.
Ken was a bad mod.
I'll vouch for that. Wet fingers always make you feel less stressed.
True. That is very true.
Very, very true.
Oh my God. I wish I could move the camera over and show you what's happening in this Pleco tank. The upper one, the whole front of the glass is getting covered with baby Plecos. I don't know what's happening.
Air? Last time they did that, the air was messing up.
No, they're all just kind of down at the bottom in a group, and the air's running in there. I see the air.
Danny and I are super sketch when there's no air nowadays. After losing Chaka, I'm like, is there air? Is there air? I mean, every tank, I'm like hyper vigilant now. That one was a big stick to the old heart.
No, it's not going to work. I thought maybe I could get it to go over there, but it didn't work. That's really cool.
Yes, Lady Diane, we got tons and tons and tons of longfin albino bristlenose, which our longfins are dynamite, super long. And then my super reds have been going off the charts since got into the 75. Yeah. They're averaging about a brew every 2 weeks. But I've been going in there and catching them religiously to make sure that they don't crash the tank again. We're probably going to actually end up setting up a second Pleco grow out tank because we have them and then also the 333s and the RB line 236s have bred a few times now. So The RB lines, when I do the transitioning that I'm doing, when I get that 75 out of Danny's way there for the 125, those RB lines will finally be going into a 40 species only tank, and we'll finally be able to start keeping some of the babies instead of letting the Ultima Angels have very expensive feeder fish.
Victor Coco says, what type of snails do you enjoy to have in your tanks? I like ram's horns.
We have ram's horns, we have pond, we have the
I,
Malaysian trumpet snails.
I
Are in
don't
the
like
little
those.
tank.
There's too
Problem
many of
is
them.
now our number one snail reducer is no longer with us. Chaka would eat probably 4 pounds of snails a week.
Yeah, no
Snails
snails.
don't do well in our water. They don't seem to get enough calcium in our water.
This is true.
Only tanks where they get enough calcium are the shrimp tanks, and that's because Danny makes sure to put some of her calcium stuff in each of those tanks so the shrimp can molt correctly.
My calcium hearts that I make. I have a giant 25-pound bag of plaster of Paris. I need to make some. Scotty the fish freak, I'm sorry that you lost your aunt.
Never any fun losing anybody that you love.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
What? Ah!
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to watch, but this rookie sucks.
I'm going to have to go and turn off your TV. It's called launch sauce. I don't know, because the kind of fish that I want to go for with these plastic crawdads is a fish called a burbot. And they live like 100 feet or more down in the river. And they like the cold, cold water.
They're
And so you
basically
need
a
quite a lot of
freshwater
sun.
cod.
Yeah. And they're amazing. So it's my goal to go catch some.
That is a freshwater burbot.
We can't see it. There you go. There you go.
That's what they look like.
Isn't that a pretty fish? But anyway.
Supposedly they taste like lobster.
Yeah. So I want to go get some of these fish, and there's a whole bunch of them in the river in the eastern part of the state. And yes, they're edible. They taste like lobster, supposedly. So I'm really excited to go get some. But it's going to be really, really cold. And so because it's going to be so cold, I need to go get a snowsuit.
It's called a burbot, Whip. B-U-R-B-O-T.
But it's not a snakehead. Yeah. Yes, Jeff Kane, freshwater cod. Yes. It's the only freshwater cod. So I'm super excited.
Yep, it's considered a freshwater cod there, Jeff.
So, yeah, and so the other thing that you use with the little fake crawdads is a little piece of strip of the not the part that you would eat of walleye, little strips.
That's what a lot of people catch them on here is walleye and perch bellies.
So Jeff Kane says he's caught them in Lake Superior.
Nice. Did you eat them, Jeff? I could see that because Lake Superior is so deep.
Deep and cold.
Here we got to go. Well, in the winter is when they come up into like 60 foot of water. But normally, if you want to find them in the summer, you got to find like 100-foot plus hole to fish in.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it. I really, 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 really want to fish for them. But I was thinking
Or with
March.
our grandkids in the boat, they get very impatient if we're not catching fish like right away. So we didn't get a chance to fish them much this summer because we had the grandkids with us. In order to keep them entertained, we got to have a perch or a walleye on the line like every 3 minutes.
Benjamin Peters says, Kenny, are you able to fish salt and fresh?
We could fish salt if we wanted to. Danny and I haven't probably fished salt in over a couple of years now.
Yeah. But we can go down to the jetties and cast off the jetties and catch rock bass and
or rock fish, and then
rockfish,
greenling and
Greenling.
lingcod and there are baby halibut, starry flounder,
yeah.
and then surf perch are really big down there.
And do you carry a scale for fish weight? No, we don't carry a scale. I don't have one.
My scale, as I look at it, that'll be a nice fillet into the live well it goes. Yeah, it's like I guess the East Coast. God, it's awful early for people to be banging fireworks. It's only 10 o'clock there, and they're already getting fireworks.
Jeff Kane says we're limited to what we can keep smelting. Like
they outlawed smelting here now, Jeff. I used to love going to lake up to the Great Lakes and smelt. I loved eating them too. I couldn't get enough, and they're so easy to clean. Just rip their head off, done. There's Miss Steph. Great to see you again, Stephanie. Always a pleasure seeing you. I hate stupid people, Tank Tribe.
See, now they let everybody go smelting on March 29th this year. And
Here?
they let them smelt on the Sandy River. And it went for 7 hours on a Thursday in March.
Yeah, dang it. I didn't know that.
Yep. Smelt the runs in the Sandy River.
All right. Well, then next year we'll have to be paying attention and watch for it. Obviously, they didn't make that public. I would have been taken off work for that, guaranteed.
And then smoking the smell. Yeah, I remember as a kid.
No. You
yes.
Man.
No, you have smoked smelt. Oh my gosh. You eat it. Oh my gosh. I remember eating that as a kid. I'd eat the whole thing. Head and all. As a kid.
Well, down here, the state of Oregon wants the walleye out of the river systems now. So they've now opened it up. No size limit, no bag limit on the Columbia. And on my river, they raised the limit to 10 per day with no size limit. The good news is nobody really fishes for them anyway, so I don't have to worry about them getting fished out. Except for the guides out in the Columbia do advertise in the Midwest for people to come catch mighty Columbia River walleye. Those guys, but I think most of the guys aren't listening to the state either. They make sure they're a good
Boots
size.
and Cat says Clackamas is taking Christmas trees and sinking them in the rivers for the salmon.
That makes sense. That's something Danny and I plan to. Walleye are considered invasive at this point, but they did it to themselves. They brought them in to take care of northern pike minnow population, and now they think that they're destroying their salmon. So that's why they want them out of here now. I know walleye. Walleye are a lazy fish. The only salmon they're getting are the ones that probably shouldn't be living anyway.
Whatever.
They're just laying on the bottom, and whatever swims by, they suck it in. That's all they do. They don't actively chase them.
I remember I accidentally caught a baby salmon out there at the North Fork Reservoir, and that was sad. I wanted to cry. I didn't mean to catch him. He was a hungry little dude, I guess, though. So I was fishing for trout or walleye. Caught him. He was the cutest little salmon. But like, they're not going to be sinking them in the Willamette River. That's too much of a hazard.
Yeah. Really, I think they're concentrating on the wrong fish. It's the smallmouth bass they should be concerned with, but they don't mess with those because they have major bass tournaments that go through the Columbia system. So they're bringing in lots of money. Well, there we go. We're down 24-3. Where's the remote control?
I don't know. Why don't you find it and shut it off?
Wow. It's just horrible. I don't know what this coach is waiting on. Bring in Dobbs. Maybe he can say, I mean, we still have a shot at making the playoffs right now. But if Green Bay wins, they'll get in. So be it. They actually are playing better anyway.
Boots and Cats is thinking about volunteering for the sinking of the trees. Were they going to tie rocks to them or something to help keep them down?
Danny and I, every time we go crabbing, we can do pretty well at it. We haven't went in a very long time.
Yeah.
We used to go down at least twice a year, 3 times a year for clams and crab.
Yeah.
But ever since we got the boat, Danny has no interest in the coast.
It's true. It's true. I look forward to every chance we can get out there on the water. I'm always just looking for any excuse, even when Ken was coming home. Like, let's go out for a couple hours. Come on, let's go. But now I have a job where it's going to really inhibit that. Bunny Viper says, I love crabbing from the beach with a clothesline and a chicken leg. So much fun.
I used to have an actual crab trap, and I gave it to someone when I was moving back to Illinois. I took a position, was going to end up moving back to Illinois. Then we ended up not moving back, and the person I gave it to never gave it back.
Yeah. So.
Clothesline and the chicken leg. That's funny.
I know. Remember, Ken used to like do a whole tangle of fishing line and cast it out, and with a bunch of bait tied to different parts of it, and then they would get their legs caught up in the fishing lines. Ken would just yank the whole thing out of the water. That's what he did when we didn't have any way to catch, or we didn't have any fishing trap or crab traps.
She looked over at me like I was crazy. She says, "What on earth are you doing?"
Catching crabs.
Yeah, you kind of got to give it a yank so it lassos them.
So funny.
Yeah, I don't think we would take our pontoon on the ocean there, Liquid Zoo. Little too much.
My poor dad, when I was little, I brought home a great big, huge pan full of crawdads that I caught at the river. And my parents are like, "You are not bringing those into the house." And I'm like, "But they're going to be my pets." And my parents were like, "No, they're not." So I had to leave them outside in the container that I had them in. I didn't know how good of climbers they were. So they all climbed out of their container. And then, as my dad was mowing the yard the next evening, ka-dunk, I felt terrible. Oh, yeah, not so good. Ooh. Bunny Viper says I've been on an army hover raft in the 80s. Incredible. That'd be fun. So Nathan says I just uploaded a 60-second short of the 3 baits I think you'll like. Nathan's getting all into the fishing baits. Yeah, I wouldn't take my pontoon out on the ocean. There'd be no way.
Not to mention, it would do me no good to get an ocean-going vessel because Danny would be puking before we even got
Yeah.
out there.
Huge seasick person here.
Danny does not have sea legs.
No, I do not. So like when we go out on those type of trips, I have to take Dramamine and I have to be very careful because I get so sick. And then I'm just miserable. Nathan Hovey says, I love fishing so much. If I didn't have tanks, I'd spend all my free time bass fishing. I don't care what kind of fishing I'm doing. I just want to be on the water. I really, really do.
Mine, I probably always would be walleye fishing if I had a choice. This year, I promised Danny, though, I will definitely concentrate on salmon because she's got an acquired taste for salmon nowadays. So
Yeah,
next year, we actually have to go salmon and crabbing because I
have
want to do a
crab stuffed
special
salmon.
stuffed crab salmon.
Doesn't that sound good? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Crab stuffed salmon. Yum. I'm going to be very excited about that.
So I'm going to look and see who, if anyone. I know Scotty went last week after us. Scotty, are you talking about going after us again tonight?
Lady Diane, salmon cakes. Bunny Viper says, Benjamin, I have a 5-inch largemouth. Had to let him go after a month. Couldn't keep him in minnows.
I would love to have another freshwater lake biotope, but Danny doesn't want any part of it. I don't know why. They're gorgeous fish.
They need more water than we can provide.
Oh, by the way, if any of the local fish fam folks are wanting a large tank, I thought I would throw it out there for y'all. Chris, multi-tank addiction, has to get rid of his 550 gallon. If y'all remember the videos of him making it, anyway, his landlord is having him fit, and he now has to break it down, and he's got to get rid of it. So if you're looking for a large 550 gallon tank for free, you just got to pick it up. Chris is needing it gone. So if you are, out here in the Pacific Northwest and would like a very large tank for absolutely free, reach out to me at daniken.aquatics@gmail.com and I can get you in touch with Chris, or you can reach out to Chris at Multi-Tank Addiction on his site, and I'm sure he'll get a hold of you as well. Well, there you go, Nathan. Get a pickup and head out west. I felt bad for him, though, man. He spent, probably 6 months building that thing. And then I do believe Pam Punchy Paints is going at 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock Eastern. She'll be bringing you into the New Year stream.
Yeah.
What? Write this day on the calendar. Craig Catfish Cave says he's too tired to stream. What is going on, Craig? That is so unlike you. Oh, Mike loves aquatics. Okay. All right. Well, if one of my mods sees his, I'm looking myself and I'm not seeing that. There it is. Yeah, it says he's going at 9:30 p.m. So he's already past his time, it looks like. Or no, 9:30 p.m. our time. So he's going at 12:30 a.m. our time, George.
Huh? That didn't make sense.
So for all you new channels that say you can't find a slot to stream in, nobody's streaming behind us at 7 o'clock p.m. East Pacific on West Coast time. I know Griff plans to come back eventually. I just don't know when.
Boots and Cats. I'm stuck at 69 subs. I know y'all love that number, but come on. Come on. We need to give Boots and Cats just a couple more subs.
I knew he was not going to say anything. Liquid Zoo says, nice, Rachel, nice. You don't come into our stream and think that's going to go unnoticed. I mean, seriously.
Oh my goodness, too funny.
Well, guys, before we get off here, let me tell you all, we greatly appreciate all of you. We hope that you all have prosperous 2024s. And the same message I've been telling every stream I've done today, if you're going to drink, don't drive. Call a cab, call a Uber, have a friend take it. Ain't worth losing your life over a drink tonight. Anyway, guys, we love all of you. As always, love your fish. It's going to be Kenny E. and Danny heading on out. We will see you same time, same place next week. And then, of course, if you're a member, I have been doing the member streams 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. You're welcome to hang out. Anyway, guys, greatly appreciate you. You guys have a great, safe New Year. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye. Danny, you're so out of it. Love y'all.
What?
Have a good night.